What's up guys? It's been nearly a year since I joined the Vertex trading community and a lot has changed both for myself and the community I joined in December 2020. So in this video, I'm going to review Vertex Investing, how I got started, their course content, my thoughts on their mentorship, community and trading style, and the pros and cons of joining Vertex. So without further ado, let's go. Hi guys, it's Any, aka The Not Trader, your friendly neighborhood Forex and crypto trader. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. So before I get started, let's take a trip way back into time. New year, new me, all that stuff, and I realized something's got to change. Not passing on these challenges, making myself look stupid. So I thought, okay, got to look around, see what other people are doing. What can I do? What can I learn? Learn, always improve. So I decided to shop around, and I saw this website, this what would I call them? This academy or this group of people, whatever they're called Vertex. Guys, Vertex are the truth. I watched a couple of their videos and they were claiming to make 80R trades, 130R trades. I was like, okay, sounds a bit too good to be true. Before I joined Vertex, I was looking around trying to find a system for Forex trading. Before I started trading Forex, as you know, for those that follow my channel, I was initially just trading crypto. No, not crypto. I was initially trading equities. And I was swing trading. So to me, a good month would be making 5 to 7R on a swing trade that I might have held for a week or two. Now I realized that now that the prop trading industry was growing, there was opportunity. There was an opportunity for me to make real money by getting funded. But the only issue was that I was trading stocks. So I was making watch lists and trading stocks based off of my watch list. Now, most of these funded trading programs did not offer trading of equities. You can only trade Forex, crypto, or indices. So that was an issue for me because it really kind of pigeonholed what I could do. So I thought I needed to change my strategy if I really want to take advantage of being funded. So then I decided to choose Forex, and in my naivety, I thought I could just apply what I was doing with equities and stocks to Forex, and I crashed and burned. As you can see, I took multiple challenges, took a lot, but my strategies weren't working. The same thing that was making me successful in equities was not working for Forex, but I thought I can do it. I've got the mentality, I've got the drive, I'll be able to work it out. I just needed a good strategy. So I looked around, I shopped around, and I looked at lots of different communities to find a good strategy. And I looked at quite a few of them. Guerrilla trading. I didn't look at Falcon. I actually never joined Falcon, but I looked at a couple of communities. And what really sparked my interest for Vertex, there was one particular video that sparked my interest. And this video was, I believe it was this one. It was the one where they were talking about how they made 1 to 100 risk to reward, and I was like, wow. If you can make 1 to 100, that's ridiculous. And there was not many. I don't think there's any communities I found that was making that type of risk to reward in such a short space of time. So it sparked my interest. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a scam, but I thought, let me join, see what happens. And at the time, I believe Vertex was, you paid £60 a month to join. So I thought that's not too much. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Join the community, and straight away the strategy was working for me. So I thought, okay, yeah, this looks interesting. So fast forward to now, and I'm doing pretty well, but I'm going to talk about it in between anyway. But that's kind of like the initial stories of how I joined Vertex and what drove me to Vertex. It was the risk to reward. It was quite outsized risk to rewards, and I never saw anything like that in other communities. And I thought, okay, the possibilities are endless if you can really be making that amount of risk to reward. Now, I've never hit 1 to 100, but I've come close a couple of times. I got 1 to 60 or something like that. But even if you make 1 to 10, that is way more than I'm seeing from a lot of other communities out there, where you'll be looking for setups for days on end. And maybe if you get a 1 to 3 every a couple of days, that's a really good trade. And I'm not knocking them, because if you're profitable, you're profitable. But if you can get 1 to 10, 1 to 20, then the possibilities are endless for the amount of returns you can make on a monthly basis. But who are Vertex? Well, Vertex is a duo. Well, I'm not going to read it for you, but yeah, it's a duo of Tans and James. Now, these two guys are, they weren't founding members. I believe it was started by a guy called Ben Chung, but there's been a bit of, the Vertex is a bit like Sugar Babes. They've, the roster has changed a couple times, but the main members right now are Tans and James. But these guys, yeah, they run the community, and it's the way that the community is structured is that you have a Discord group where the courses will be there outlined in the Discord group, or you can join the Vertex Bootcamp. And the bootcamp is where they do, I think they do it once a month, where they'll do like a crash course on explaining to you the strategy over the span of 2 days, I believe. I never joined the bootcamp. I joined straight on the course because I wanted to learn myself rather than a crash course. But you can liken it to taking multiple driving lessons and then, or just taking a weekend course and then doing your test. I prefer to learn at my own pace. So I joined the Discord community and I paid a monthly subscription fee to be part of the community. Now, I'm obviously not going to show you the course content because that's private, but I'm going to give you a little run through of the community. They have obviously welcome page, announcement page, general chat. You got some music, people just post music. You give feedback to the mentors as to what you want. And then we have monthly Zoom recordings where live Zoom sessions where we will discuss a topic that the community has chosen based off of just what we want to speak about, whether there's specific strategies or psychology or whatever that we want to speak about. They'll dedicate an hour and a half, something like that, to discussing that in the Zoom call. Also have a support ticket area where you can raise support tickets with the mentors, and you got psychology section where the mentors just post some stuff about trading psychology, just some nuggets and information to help you. You got an abbreviations tab, which just shows you just the acronyms that people use, just so that people don't get confused. So LG is liquidity gap, etc. Now here you have the different strategies. Now the order block strategy is their main strategy that everyone uses. They have other strategies that they introduce, such as the EMEA price action and engulfing strategy, as well as DAX strategy. Personally, I don't use any of these other ones. I don't believe anyone else does, to be honest. These groups are quite empty and no one's really talking to them. It's mainly the order block strategy that everyone uses. Now within the order block strategy, you get a series of videos. All of the videos that they provide, just to train the videos, part 1 to, here we go, to part 13. It's 14 part videos, and you get a couple PDFs that explain the strategy to you. Then you just got all these other channels within that. So there's a channel for weekly outlook. So every week Tans or James will post on a Monday their outlook for the market for the week ahead, just like a high level outlook of what they see the market going. Obviously you can post your own stuff, but this is just for the mentors. Here is the student area. This is where everyone can just post their ideas, their setups, what they think in there. That's probably the most useful channel to me. I'm probably one of the most active people on this channel, where I just talk about my setups and what I'm thinking about the market and charts and stuff like that. They have a support section, which is kind of similar to the mentor support, where you just kind of post like questions about what you a setup or things that you don't get, and then people will interact with you. But this one, I think the difference between this one and the mentor support is that your community members might engage with you as well. So someone else might answer the question. Also, on the right hand side, you'll see there's different roles. I've blurred out the other people's roles just for privacy, but there's different type of roles. There's the admin role, which is obviously the founders and the mentors. There's the funded traders. So anyone that's funded through the Vertex strategy will get the red kind of name. Mine's here, as you can see, because I'm funded, and then the way I got funded was through using their strategy. And then you have students. So then that's just everyone else, really. One thing I really do like about Vertex is the hands-on approach of the mentors. I think the community is still quite small enough where they can handle it, but I'm sure as it scales, it might become a bit of an issue, like some of the other more established communities that I've seen. But what I really like is that both Tans and James actually take their time every week to review the journals of people that send their journals in. So this is something that you can do. I don't really send my journals into them because I'm pretty good at being self-reflective, but if you want them to review your journal, you'll just send it into them, and then they will give their feedback on basically just all your trades that you made that week, which I think is a really great bonus. But obviously, as this community grows, I don't know if they're how scalable this is, but for the time being, they really have a hands-on approach to their community, which I really appreciate. Vertex also provide quite a lot of their strategy on their YouTube channel. You can piece together most of their strategy just by watching the videos on YouTube. Now, it doesn't give you everything, but it gives you most of it, to be honest. And you can pretty much piece together how the strategy works if you have a little bit of common sense and you watch most of these videos, which is pretty good. So if you don't want to join the community, you can work it out here. Obviously, it won't lay it out step by step for you like it does if you join the community. They also have a free Telegram where you can join and just see they'll show you some of the setups that they've done. Again, they won't give you everything, but they'll give you quite a lot. Also, when it comes to the community, one thing I really do appreciate and I really actually like about the community is that it's a very friendly environment. People are genuinely trying to support each other, trying to encourage each other, and are happy for each other's successes. Every so often I hear about someone it's finally clicked and they've got funded and everyone's really rallying around them. People are ready to give each other advice. And we also have like a voice channel, which is Trade Talk, where independent of the mentors and the founders, we can have little side chats during the week on maybe our setups, psychology, what we want to do. Now, not many people engage in that channel. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm probably the most proactive person in the community in terms of just posting all the time. But that's just me being extra. But what I do like is that it's a very supportive community, and I don't really see any negativity or really in the channel, to be honest. Or maybe I'm just not privy to it, but I don't really see it. But the biggest testament to whether a strategy is working or if it isn't is how many of the students are now profitable, and that's the real question. And to be honest, I don't know how many funded traders there are through Vertex, but I believe that there's about 12 to 15 so far that have actually shown themselves as funded. There might be other ones that just didn't want to show themselves, but here, as you can see in the testimonial section, you can see all the people thanking them for helping them pass. And I'm a testament to that, because as you can see on my channel, I've had issues with forex trading over the last year, just trying to work out my bearings. Joined Vertex, took a couple months to really understand it to a point where I was profitable, and now you can see I'm just passing the FTMO like it's nothing. I passed 2 challenges in 2 days, as you can see from my previous videos. So I'm, as you can see, the real yardstick to measure a community and the strategy and whether it works is how many of their students are successful. And I can only attest for myself. I'm an example of a profitable trader that's come out of this community. So when it comes to the Vertex trading strategy, it's a mechanical rule-based strategy, which means that it doesn't leave too much room for discretion. That's what I really love about it, because you don't have to use your discretion, so it's not subjective. In essence, what Vertex does is that it really simplifies the smart money concept rule-based strategy into a really simplistic approach that anyone can understand. Now, I initially watched a lot of videos by ICT, who was apparently the originator of smart money concepts, and the way he taught it was too complicated for me, I'm not gonna lie. I even tried to learn Wyckoff originally, and I found that too subjective as well. But when I learned with Vertex, they implemented all of these strategies in a way that was easy to present to the lowest common denominator. What I'm saying is that do you really know something if you can't explain it to a kid? And the way I see it is that I'm a kid when it comes to Forex. I didn't really get it to the point, get the strategies that I was trying to learn, but this strategy really clicked with me because it was very easy to understand. And I think that's their really unique selling point in comparison to a lot of other communities out there. Once you can get an idea of the strategy, now all you're learning is the nuances to make you profitable. From last year to this year, when I was learning Vertex, I pretty much clocked to the strategy within a month, but then it was really understanding the little things, the little incremental things that you only learn once you've mastered the basics. I liken it to learning how to play an instrument, then learning how to freestyle and riff. Once you learn the basics, the chords and all that type of stuff, the chord progressions, the principles of music, then you can start like riffing and just freestyling, because you've got the fundamentals. And I believe that getting the fundamentals of Vertex, 1 month maybe, getting to a point where you understand it to a point where it's kind of like, it's just intuitive. I don't know, everyone's different. It took me a couple of months, but now I get it and I'm profitable. And as you can see here, this is just a prime example of a trade using a strategy. This, you can easily make 13R. This is like a normal day in the office in terms of Vertex. Started at 7, closed at 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 hours, 3 hours, 13R. I'm not sure of many communities and many that can make that type of return in that amount of time. Which is why this strategy is really useful in helping you to pass funded challenges, because it's a race against the clock. If you're using a strategy that is relying on too high a time frame, if you may be waiting a couple of days for another setup, and that's eating into the time if you've got a month to pass. But with a strategy like Vertex, and as you know, price is fractal, you can go into lower time frames and find multiple different entries in a day. So even if you get one wrong, you know there's another setup waiting for you that same day or maybe even tomorrow. So in a nutshell, what are the pros and cons of Vertex Investing? Well, the pros, in my opinion, is the highest profitable risk to reward ratio strategy I've ever seen. If there's another one out there, please let me know in the comment section below, but I haven't seen any other strategy that gives the type of risk to rewards I've seen in Vertex. The strategy is presented in a very simplistic, easy to understand way. There's already a handful of profitable traders in the community, which shows as a proof of concept that the strategy actually works. And finally, I believe the community is still small enough for the mentors to care. Now, what I mean by that is, just like any business, the smaller it is, the more customer care and more care and attention to detail that the owners, the founders, the managers can give. But as things scale up, then it's harder to give that one-to-one personalized touch. Now, I'm under no illusion that at some point, maybe as they grow, this may not be the case. But as it is now, I still feel like you can interact really closely with the founders and the members, because the community is still relatively small. Now, it will probably grow, and this may not be the case. But as it is right now, I still feel like there's a real personal approach to the leadership. Now, some of the cons. Now, this isn't a slight on the mentors, because this isn't their issue, but I feel like sometimes there's a culture of just showing your results rather than your setups. I make it a habit of always showing my setups, just so I can share it with other people in the community, but I find that there's only like a small number of us that actually do that. I could probably count on two hands the people that do that, and for the most part, the other people, some people only show the results that are profitable and never show the setup before the trade. So I think this is more of a call to action to everyone else in the community to maybe share their setups, not just share their results, because sharing results doesn't benefit anyone. Once again, there's only two founding members left. I don't even believe Tans was a founding member, but he's the de facto leader right now. But yeah, as I said, there's been a couple of revolving doors and seat changes over in Vertex over the last year that I've been there anyway. Likened it to Sugar Babes, as I said before. So hopefully that stops, because there's only two people left. I don't think one person will be enough to run the show as it is. So hopefully things stabilize now as the two main guys are still there. Also, they provide four other strategies that no one uses. Sometimes I think maybe it's just worth scrapping them, but yeah, those are the strategies no one uses, and I believe some of the strategies I've seen in other communities like WB trading, etc. So I'm not sure the purpose of having those other strategies when no one uses them. And finally, sometimes the founders sometimes there's some frustration in some of the members, because the founders are such good traders that when they're showing a trade that maybe made them 30R in 2 hours, some of the newer community members are like, oh, why didn't you share the setup? But I was like, at the same time, it's not for Tans or James to share every setup with you, because they're not trying to teach us. They're trying to teach us how to fish. They're not trying to fish for us. And a lot of the community members that are new sometimes get a bit frustrated in that they just want to be shared signals. This is not a signal service. You need to learn. So they'll share with you higher time frame setups, but they want you to find the entries yourself, because once you can start finding the entries yourselves, you won't need them. But yeah, that's I wouldn't say that's a con. I think it's just more of a it's more of a thing just to let people know that, well, if you want to join this community, don't expect to be given signals, because this is not what it's about, and they will not share signals. They may share setups, but they won't share signals. So my final feedback for Vertex, I would give it 10 out of 10 in terms of the community. It's a great community, the best one I've joined quite a few other communities here and there, and it's not that the communities weren't great, but the strategy wasn't what I was looking for. This is a great strategy, and as I said, I'm a testament to the success of this strategy and this community, because I'm now profitable, I'm now funded, and I can see myself just going to high heights just off the back of the strategy that they shared with us, and then the support system of the team at Vertex. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for Vertex. And if you want to hear more, if you want to learn more about it, or want to ask any questions, let me know. But yeah, Vertex community, strong community. The only feedback I'd say is that maybe try and, once things blow over in terms of COVID and all that stuff, it'll be great to maybe do some community meetups. So that's one for the leadership. Try and do some community meetups once COVID kind of tampers down a little bit. But yeah, that's my review. It's Any, aka the Not Trader, signing out.